If you're over 50 like me, I wanted to talk with you today about doing squats as a great exercise to help you build up the strength in your legs and your core and also help you improve your balance. So I'm going to demonstrate different ways that you can do squats at home or at work. Okay, so you might have a situation similar to me. In my home, I do not have a bunch of chairs that have armrest, but I do have this softer, more comfy type of chair, which is in one of our living rooms where we use it for conversation, that type of thing. But I do have the arms, and the arms are again for your support. So if your skill level says, hey, I need to have some type of arms for support to be able to do these squats, then we're going to do that. So let me demonstrate for you how to do this. Get myself in position. And again, this is my support for going up and also back down. Okay. I'm really focused on my hips. I'm focused on keeping my back straight. So I'm not trying to hurt my back. And I am somebody that has had back issues, including surgery on my spine. Now I'm going to add in here the counterbalance. So I'm pushing off, bring my arms up, coming back down, catch myself again. All right, there we go. So you might have a chair at your home that does not have any arms, similar to this one here. And so I want to show you how you can do your squats using this style of chair. Now, all of this is going to be based on what's your skill or ability level. And I will show you another chair that's not as firm as what this chair is, which is what I prefer to do my chair squats. But I will show you how you can use that one if you have a chair that has arms and is a little bit softer. All right, so we'll demonstrate how to do this with this chair here. So to counterbalance my weight, and everything about doing this squat is I do want to be thinking of using my hips to move. All right, and I want to keep good form with my back. So kind of bringing out my chest. If I wanted to, I could look up. That helps kind of straighten the spine out. But either way, the counterbalance, you could either do this with your arms crossed or your arms out front. Now be careful when you're doing this. And again, our goal with this is to do 8 to 10 repetitions. One time doing this is a repetition, and we want to do 2 sets. All right, I'm not going to do all of that, but here we go. So that is an example of a repetition. Okay. I'm really thinking about my hips when I'm doing this movement. Also this way. Okay. Also wanted to talk to you about using a pillow. So if you were wanting to make the beginning steps of doing your squat a little bit easier, especially using a chair that has the arms, you could also use either a piece of foam or a pillow. And if that's what you have around your house is a pillow, then you could use that. So let me demonstrate. I'm just going to place the pillow here. Same process. Okay, so now I'm up just a little bit higher, and which is bringing me more forward. So I'm not slumped back into my chair here. I'm up forward. I have my arms. It brings me up. Okay. All right. And again, with any of these exercises, what I'm recommending is 8 to 10 repetitions. Each time that you do one is 1 repetition, and do 2 sets if you can of 8 to 10. Obviously, as you can do more and more, you might increase that. Maybe you'll do 3 sets of 8 to 10 repetitions or even 4 sets. All of this is going to help strengthen that core, the muscles in your legs. So everything from the front and back, hamstrings, the calves, your quadriceps, the glutes, helping with your stomach. And overall, one of the biggest goals with this is helping with your balance. So if you're wanting to add exercise and add this squat to the middle of your workday, I would use some type of stationary chair similar to this here. So I don't have any movement of the chair at all. This is sturdy. These handles are going to be sturdy for me just to make this easier. So now obviously if you have the strength, you can try to do this without using the handles, but if you need the handles to get that start going, then you could certainly do that. So this is officially a squat, but if I need this, I can do this. We're still getting that exercise. And as your strength builds up, you can use your hands less and less. But even if you didn't want, you can just, if you didn't want to have any concerns or issues, you could keep your hands there and keep them open just to brace yourself. All right, so let's discuss swivel chairs, typically like an office chair in this setting, for example. Here, I would not use this type of chair for doing my squats. One of the challenges, obvious, is this motion or movement. So easy for you if you're trying to brace yourself to stand up and do your squat. This could move. So when you're finally off of here, this could, create a situation where you're going to fall. And so I would not recommend using this. And in this chair example, this is on wheels and rolls. This thing swivels. So there's kinds of opportunities for movement and falling. If you're able, you can also do squats without any type of chair or anything like that. And so that standard squat's going to look like this. And here's what it looks like from the side. Again, you could choose to cross your arms like this. Got my stance a little wider than shoulder width apart here. Another way that you can do a squat, if you are able to, is to use a counter. So here I've got my kitchen counter, and I can use this to hold on to be able to go down and do my squat. So I'm going to really focus on my hips and trying to keep my back straight. Hopefully my form is good. We'll see what happens. You can also have somebody that's holding your hands for you. Now, the goal with that isn't that you're going to pull them over. So we're trying to reduce any circumstance where you could fall. If you're physically ready to do this, you could also add additional resistance to this. And that's where we're going to introduce weights. All right, so I have some weights here. And now I can do my squat with the weights. So arms are straight down. Trying to keep that back straight, focusing on my hips. So another thing that I like to do is look up. So let me demonstrate that. It just helps with keeping my spine straight. All right, I worked up a pretty good sweat here, just even doing the squats that I was doing here in my home. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you are doing squats, let me know in the comments how that has been going for you, if you found any success with it. My next step with this is I'm going to commit to 30 days that I'm going to do squats. So every single day, what my goal is, I'm going to try to do 40 squats. Again, I'm almost 51. I got a couple weeks ago, and then I'm 51 years old. And so just want to encourage you to do this. I mean, there's so many amazing benefits with doing squats. So this is going to strengthen your calves, your quads, quadriceps, your hamstrings, the glutes, your stomach area, all that core area. At the same time, so many parts of our day, we're using those same muscles. And one of the goals that many of us might have is that we just want to feel good and feel energetic. And working on those areas of our body and using the squats as that exercise can help us get there. Thanks again for watching this squat video. If you're interested in more exercise videos, I have a 30-day push-up challenge video that I had posted. So I hope you'll check that out. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.